the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here, and a big thank you to everyone who has reached out to me on Etsy, who has reached out to me on Instagram. I'm just so happy that I've got a chance to meet a lot of you and get to know a lot of you on a more personal basis. So thank you guys so much for your support. If you are here for the very first time, we would love to have you join our beautiful soul family here by subscribing to the channel, hitting your notification bell, your like button. It really helps me to bring you guys more content, and I would love for you to subscribe and hit your notification bell and drop me a comment so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I'm waiting back to hear from my most recent winner, but I will be announcing a new winner soon. So be sure to drop your comment below so that I can get an opportunity to read for you. You can also check out my other links below as well, because I offer private readings through Etsy if you feel called to, and I sometimes offer an opportunity to win a mini read over on Instagram, so be sure to check me out over there. But for today's pick a card reading, we're looking at the person on your mind at this time and what's going to happen the next time that you see each other. What's going to happen? What sort of things are going to be said? We have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 here with the orange flower. And these cards are from the Sacred Forest Oracle. Pile number 2 with the yellow flower. And pile number 3 with the pink flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today. My timestamps are below, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1 so I don't waste your time. Again, today's topic is all about the person on your mind and what's going to happen the next time you see them. Pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the little orange flower. And this is your reading. You were also drawn to the Joy card, the hummingbird spirit. And today we're talking about the person on your mind and what's going to happen the next time that you see them. I love this because it's number 22, which is already a card of foundation. It can talk about new relationships forming, but it's also focusing on enjoyment, experiencing fun with each other, and just flirtation as well. I often think of the 3 of Cups and just a really joyful experience. So the next time you see each other could be filled with a lot of joy, hopefully. And there's a sense with the hummingbird spirit as well, you know, that it can travel long distances at great speed. So this reunion might have to take effort to achieve, but there's such a celebratory energy surrounding it too, which is a lovely place to start for you. So let's see. I'll use the Happy Tarot for you today. Hopefully that will transmute into good messages for you, pile 1. So the person on your mind, the next time you see them, what is going to happen? What's going to happen? What's the circumstances around this reunion? The next time that you see them, maybe it's not even a reunion, maybe you just haven't seen them for a day or 2, but what's going to happen the next time that you see them? Pile number 1. We have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a traveler, so there could be a dynamic of travel necessary for the 2 of you to come together or to see each other again. But what I love about the Knight is that he's keen on that. We have the Moon reversed. We have the Sun as your primary energy here, the Sun. And I love that because we're focusing on joy, we're focusing on abundance. So the next time that you see them, it's really exciting. Both of you are really happy to see one another. It doesn't feel like it's a surprise. It feels like something that's going to have to be planned because a distance will have to be traveled to get there. There's also a sense of intention about this too. Like when they plan it, we plan this meeting, we plan seeing each other again, and there's something that perhaps this person has intentions of revealing to you during this reunion as well. It feels like a lot of excitement and a lot of youthful energy too. So this could be somebody that you did grow up with, or someone that you are currently sort of at the same stages of life, or that you went to school with. There's a Page of Swords. Because there seems to be a lot of sort of reminiscing about past energies or things that we learned together. There seems to be a lot of focus during this reunion, because it's like we're catching up on our journeys. And as I said, you can see 2 people here with the 5 of Pentacles. There's a sense of communicating around the similarities of your journeys that have brought you to this point of joy and reunion and celebration because you're being reunited. Because I feel like you'll find what's going to be revealed to you during these conversations that you have. You're going to be enlightened to what's happened with them, their path, and what's brought them to this point. And you're going to find a lot of similarities on your journeys as well. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Cups. You know what I love is that there's a lot of communication happening when you see them again. You guys have a really beautiful long chat when you see each other again, and it's filled with excitement, memories, new opportunities. I feel like you guys will make plans to see each other again, because even here's the Emperor sitting in front of this empty field. It sort of earmarks a very new opportunity in this connection, in this friendship, whatever the connection means to you. It earmarks sort of the pot of gold at the end of the tunnel, right? A new start, a new fresh opportunity. And it's a really abundant feeling that I'm getting from this reunion for you, pile one. Because even here with this page, right in the background is that elephant with his trunk way in the air. There's a sense of good luck on your side. And the fact that you've endured, I feel like it's been a long time for someone watching, because there's strength and endurance associated with this reunion. It's like a breakthrough after years, after a couple of years. The next time you see them, what's going to happen? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of revelations as well, about assumptions from the past here. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel there's also this sense of them seeing you and you seeing them in a new light. It's like they've stepped into their power, they've matured, they've evolved, and you're seeing them in that way for the very first time. And you see how much sort of time has empowered them, that they're no longer the same person. In a sense, they're very different, to be honest, because the Knight of Wands has evolved now into a place of authority. We have the Knight of Cups. I also feel like they're going to bring you some sort of token or some sort of gift the next time that they see you, because this feels like a planned event. This is not somebody that you're bumping into on the street. This feels like a planned event, and they're going to bring you something. Could be flowers, could be just something nostalgic, for instance. There's the Knight of Wands. And you know what's interesting is that even though things have practically changed for this person, there is still attraction here for you. So if this is a friendship that should have evolved, for instance, if this is, there's still that mutual attraction is still there, and it still makes them feel vulnerable to see you. You could be a Leo potentially, or they could, but it still makes them feel kind of vulnerable to see you. And I feel like this person like really dresses up for the occasion, and vice versa. I feel like you guys really dress up for each other, which is really sweet and cute. This person is going to feel the impulse to act romantically towards you in some type of way, but they're really going to play that by ear. They're going to match your frequency. So if you are acting flirtatious, they're going to really pile on the flirtation. But if you're not, they're going to maintain that watcher position. They're really going to be sort of aware of you. They're going to be watching you closely to see how you're receiving them, just to sort of dictate how they're going to allow themselves to behave around you. But I love that it's reunions, it's success, it's closure, it's things coming full circle, because I feel like there was a significant loss there, and they wondered if they would ever see you again. There could have been conflict between the two of you, but there was this internal conflict of them wondering if they would ever see you again. And there's a real sadness when the two of you separate at the end of this meeting, to be honest. Because there's this sense of like, we're going to make plans, but are we going to follow through with those plans? It's like you wonder if they say we should do this again, if that's actually going to happen, because there's a lot of sadness and mourning energy associated with the separation once again after this whole scene plays out. There's a lot of sadness, and they're like, is this over forever? Will I ever see you again? Or is it going to take, how long is it going to take before we see each other again? Because there's a sense of lamenting after this joy. It's kind of like being showcased to me as like a comedian on stage who is on and who has their energy way up here, and then they get off stage and all of a sudden the energy drops because we get really excited, we're really happy, and then after it's like, oh, it's like Christmas Day, it happened so fast, it just went by so fast. What is going to happen the next time they see pile number 1, please? We have here romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection, number 25. And I think they're going to be really attentive, and I think they're going to bring you some sort of token some sort of token. I don't want to say they're going to show up with like a brand new car, but they're going to bring something with them. We also have here, you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And they're really, if you look here at this card, there's this beautiful unicorn and it's holding on to these two swans. So there's soulmate energy here. And there is an emphasis on how attractive they find you when they meet you. Now, they may not say that, or when they see you again, they may not say that right off the bat because they're, again, a little bit aware. They're going to be very watchful and aware of how you are receiving the energy, and they're going to match that frequency. And we have here, be authentic, be true to who you are and how you feel. And they're going to reveal things to you. With the moon in the reverse, they're going to reveal some truth. So they may come forward and be really vocal about, I used to really like you back then. I really wanted to take this to another level. And so there's a sense of clarity coming in for the two of you as well during the next time that you meet each other. Back of the deck says, demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. And ultimately, there are plans being made in the future after you see each other again. And that's what's really going to prove to you whether or not this person is serious, is that that's going to be your caveat. You're going to wonder because you're going to ask yourself, are they going to actually put the effort in to create more of these types of events, more opportunities for us to come together? What are some of their thoughts that they're going to have for pile one during this moment where they see each other again? What is going to be going through their mind when they see pile one again? You are right. And if I follow you, I could lose everything. So there's a bit of that internal conflict that we saw with the Five of Swords. Where is it? Right there. There's this fear of like, should I be vulnerable or should I stay guarded? You have so many choices and options. The Six of Pentacles, so a lot of conversations, and they're really going to be thinking about your dynamic. So whatever that dynamic holds, they may feel like you do have options, or they may just put you up on that pedestal to think of like you're still way out of my league. It's like they still put you above themselves. You're still way out of their league. So they're like internally conflicted, wondering if they're good enough for you yet. That's what and I heard yet as well. I just wish things were different. Being pulled in different directions, wishing that the day could last longer, the reunion could be longer. And you are so beautiful. What do you need me for? They're going to be very complimentary during this opportunity with you. They're going to be very complimentary. We have Ace of Pentacles, and we have here, be more selfish, reversed. They're going to feel an impulse or an impulsive energy to act in a very physical way with you or flirtatious way. That's an opportunity for them to do that. They may hesitate. It says be more selfish because they feel like it's selfish for them to do that, perhaps because of your position perhaps could be an issue, but take that as it resonates to your situation because I'm dealing with collective energy. But they're going to try to minimize their impulse to act in that way. What is going to happen? What are they going to be feeling the next time they see you? Depression, worrying, anxiety, so fear. The vulture is talking about sort of things that don't go to waste as well, because it's this scavenger energy. And so they're going into this meeting with this sense of like worry and fear, and worrying that they really missed opportunities in the past. We have moon, changes in your life. They're also going to reveal to you a lot of the practical things that they've gone through, and vice versa. You're going to be speaking a lot about your lives. But there's also some suppression, and the moon in this case was reversed, and now we have the moon upright. So I do feel like they're going to be tempted to reveal some truths to you. And we have here goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And we have bear, danger, especially in money matters, and cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Now, for someone watching, and this is not for everyone, there is a position energy. And this, if I follow you, I could lose everything, is concerning that. So it's somebody who's worrying about this meeting causing damage in their practical realm. But you could discuss that. You could discuss, you know, how this is what I want to reveal to you, but I also am really fearful of taking a step outside of that comfort zone. So you guys could actually maybe bitch a little bit about your lives as well, because you're catching up, right? So you're speaking about the gamut of things. It's not just about practical stuff, but it's also about emotional conversation coming out in the midst of this reunion. Back of the deck says gong, an exciting event, an exciting event. And you started with the joy card, because ultimately this is something that both of you want. You both want this reunion and you both are very excited to have it. And it's sad when it's over. Ultimately, Spirit says you feel sad when it's over. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What happens after this reunion? When they see each other again, what's going to happen next? We have the 5 of Swords reversed. Wanting to create solutions, wanting to create peace and harmony and closure here. So it's like there's going to be this desire to see each other again. I feel the Judgment is all about taking what we learned during that conversation and then applying it with force to create change potentially. So it's like you both take away all of the conversation and then you ruminate about it. You go over the conversation over and over and over again, and then ultimately there could be decisions that have to be made to perhaps keep this new emotional start and this opportunity of a new emotional start going. We have V and we have E. Now, when I see the V, it could be an initial. It could also represent the Hierophant, so position being an issue. We do have a little girl on a bicycle, and I think about decisions that we made in youth. So this could be a reunion from youth. We have the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants. I think of with the white pants, but I also think of hospital nursing connections. We do have the DNA helix here, the Om symbol. We have a triangle. I sometimes think of mountains to climb, but also, so the challenges, you guys are going to be discussing challenges, but also third party for some, not all. We have the 4-leaf clover, good luck. And we have the key with Mickey Mouse. And there's a real emphasis on youth and on past and on nostalgia and on people keeping secrets from that time. So now we have the Judgment, this rabbit. It's like I'm late for a very important date from Alice in Wonderland, but exploring new opportunities. It's like sounding an alarm and making an announcement to you. And then we also, and they may even say that I may be too late to say this, but I should have said it then. We also have the Christmas present. So you may see them around December or Christmas potentially. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my other links for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, or for Instagram. But I hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the yellow flower. You are also drawn to the Phoenix Transmutation card, and this is your reading. What is going to happen the next time you see the person on your mind? The 29 here breaks down to an 11, which is a doorway, an opportunity, and the transmutation, the Phoenix rises from the ashes, so it talks about rebirths and second chances, and so perhaps that will be sort of the outcome of the next time you see each other, or this could just be the wish. Sorry, there's a big truck going by. This could just be the desire in your heart to have this rise from the ashes so that it can be, so that whatever has been lost can have some sort of rebirth. But let's take a look here and see. What is going to happen the next time that pile 2 sees the person on their mind? What can you tell me about the next time that pile 2 sees their person? The 2 of Cups. That's too many, Spirit. We'll try it. What's going to happen the next time? Oops. 4 of Pentacles. The 8 of Cups. The 3 of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles, and the back of the deck is the Death energy, and you were drawn to the transmutation energy. And then we have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Ten of Wands. So let's take a look here at the clarifying cards. This feels like it used to be a relationship. For someone watching, it feels like it was a relationship, and perhaps even, I don't know what broke it up, maybe even insecurity, fear, sort of a lack of readiness in the past. But let's take a look here. What's going to happen the next time you see them? You have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Coins, the Knight of Coins, I feel like there's been a long delay here. I feel like there's been a long separation in this connection. We have the Justice, and you were drawn to the Justice energy. And we have the Ace of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Three of Coins. And we have the Eight of Cups. So this Death energy with the Three of Coins is talking about a rebirth and building upon a new foundation. So this next meeting, the next time you see your person, it could actually help to solidify a rebirth in your connection. There could be new emotional starts. Sometimes this Ace of Cups can just talk about peace coming in. So a closure cycle that could come in. But for the majority, it does feel like this is a resurgence after a long separation, and it's mutual. It's like the Five of Pentacles talks about a mutual feeling of loss and despair amidst this separation. It's like it almost feels like we've taken a break or something. That's what it feels like. Like we're in a relationship, we've taken a break, and now the next time we see each other, we need to talk about what we've learned during that break. That's what it feels like. A big discussion is going to happen between the two of you, where we're going to talk about our insecurities and our fears of the future. There's going to be a huge conversation. And actually, there was a really interesting aspect of communication in pile 1 as well. So there may be a message waiting for you there. What is really lovely about it, though, is that there's a sense of working on things that are emotionally unfulfilling us from the past. So it's like we're trying to find solutions in this next chapter. So during the next time you see your person, the two of you are discussing, what can we do differently this time? What can we do differently so that we can find more fulfillment out of an old unfulfilling situation? Because it's all about rebuilding here. It's about putting in the effort towards that rebuild as well, so that we can head more closely towards the desires of our heart. Now, I will say, your guides are saying that there is still the burden of the unknown that's left upon us after this next moment of reunion. The next time you see each other, there's still this sense of like, are we capable of executing all of these intentions that we have towards opportunity? Because there's a sense of like, we're going to be focused. It's like we're going to treat this as a job. We're going to be focused on the steps we have to take to create mutual abundance with each other, because there's two doves of peace here, and the cup is overflowing. It's a beautiful rebirth. It's a beautiful fresh start, but it's just a start. And we're starting, it's supporting this Five of Pentacles. So there is an essence of a mutual deficit that needs to be worked on. Yeah, we're looking at transition and peace. It's peacemaking. So you may be on a break from this person, or you may have had a relationship in the recent past, or maybe even in a long time ago, perhaps. But now we've had time and space to sort of open up that heart space, be more vulnerable, and start to try to find solutions for balance within the problems that we've had in the past. So we're rebuilding. We are rising from the ashes and trying to pull out all of the good parts from the past and start to apply new forces to the future. And you're doing it together, it feels like. Ace of Wands. And you can see this Ace of Wands, it's a little imp, the Ace of Imps, and it's reaching for the leaves of change, but it's being held back a little bit here by the universe. Because this transmutation, this is the spark, this is the beginnings of this transmutation. The Ace of Cups is talking about the baby stages, you know, the the baby stages of growth. And there's this emphasis on taking your time. And we have the World. Back of the deck is the Four of Pentacles and the Sun. I love that. The next time that you see your person on your mind pile 2, there is a sense of the two of you planting new seeds. If we have the Four of Pentacles here, which can really represent an investment that has been made, but an insecurity regarding investments further, we're building upon it. And if we connect the 4 and the 6 of coins, it's the 10 of coins. So we're building stability. Ultimately, you could end up committing with this person down the line after a period of investment, of course. But this next chapter, this ability when you see each other again, is all about clearing out the clutter of pain from the past heartache, past disappointment. We're rising from the ashes and we're trying again. And there's an abundant mindset associated with it too, with this rebirth. You can see how happily this person is planting seeds. And there's this admission of, we're going to talk about how we're going to work on those growing conditions. There's dedication that's going to be communicated to you. Dedication to the cause. It's like they're making promises. They're making promises that they intend to keep. What is going to happen the next time pile 2 sees their person? We have here, be proud of yourself, last quarter moon in Taurus, because of the effort that perhaps you both put in individually during this break session or during the disconnected period that you experienced. And we also have here, step into your power. So stepping into a new experience in this connection. Back of the deck says, attuned to the divine, new moon in Pisces. There's also this proclamation about being more emotionally vulnerable with one another. That's why the Knight of Cups is starting at the charge and we're moving into the Ace, because we're walking away from the old applications. We're applying new forces this time around. What is going to happen the next time pile 2 sees their person? We have here, a sincere wish will be granted, the needle and thread. And we have the dragon, be aware of self-delusion. The dragon is the ego. It's going to be the ego that will be our biggest combatant in this new transmutation phase. And so it's really about acknowledging, here's the great personal sorrow, acknowledging the pain from the past, not just trying to kind of skirt around it, because the two of you are going to be working on solutions. And part of that is about kind of drawing some of the pain from the past up. Now that painful recollection may not happen in this next meeting, because it does seem more focused on actions taken and the next steps. It's like a planning energy. It says, great worry over nothing, the Whale. And there is an insecurity about going into this meeting for either you or your person, potentially both of you, a mutual worry, because there's the sense of like, what if they don't want what I want? What if they're not willing to work on it? What if after this sort of chapter, this period of separation where we were supposed to sort of collect our thoughts, maybe they don't want what I want. So there's a lot of worry, but Spirit says it's going to be needless. And we have younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman on the back of that deck. The next time pile 2 sees their person, what is going to happen? We have here, practice compassion. It says, see things from a fresh perspective. And that's exactly what the transmutation speaks about, is that the two of you are going to be seeing and applying new forces that didn't work in the past. Like whatever was happening in the past that led to the disconnect, it's not working. So we're applying new forces this time around. And it's talking about practicing compassion, because the truth is that you guys are learning together. You're growing together. And ultimately, we are all practicing for the sake of practice. None of us are 100% focused or 100% reliable in every way. We're not 100% anything. So this is going to be an opportunity for the two of you to practice compassion for one another. We also have here, you are limitless. It says you can do anything you choose. And you can see this beautiful unicorn. I think this came out in pile 1 with the 2 swans. So this is a new relationship ultimately forming potentially for you, if you choose it, of course, because we all have the choice to make, and we have to slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. So although, as I said, there's this desire to kind of rush to change, we want to rush to this transmutation phase. Spirit says that you're going to choose to take things slowly after that next meeting. Back of the deck says demonstrate love. Find out what is important for those who you love and act on it. That card also showed itself in pile 1 too. So let's take a look and see what is this person going to be thinking the next time that they see you. So what are the thoughts that's going to be going through pile 2 person's mind the next time that they see pile number 2? We have here, I know you're my twin flame. That's one of the epiphanies they perhaps have had about you in this disconnect, or then the period where they weren't seeing you. I do want to make things right with you. Just please give me that opportunity. You gave me that spark. And so they're going to feel that sense of attraction welling up inside of them that gets that fire going with the Phoenix. I'm not blind to the signs. I see them. And just know that I am obsessed with you. So there's a certain amount of dedication and focus that this Knight of Coins is going to showcase towards you during that next meeting. So this person's going to make their dedication or their reliability for you known. Back of the deck says, I'm planning to surprise you. And I feel like they almost feel like they need to prove themselves. And so there's a sense here of like burdened, again, the Ten of Wands, burdened by the unknown even after this next meeting. But this person intends to sort of prove you wrong in that sense. Let's get a charm bull for you, pile number 2. What is going to happen after the next time they see pile number 2's person? What's going to happen after this meeting with pile 2's person? We've got some cards in stagnation here. So we have the 8 of Swords, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and then we have the 3 of Swords. And so if we turn it around like this, it has the 3 of Swords upright, the 3 of Pentacles reversed, and the 8 of Swords reversed. So there's this sense here when we turn it in that configuration that we're coming from a place of pain in this connection. And that's where we're at. We're at this place of limbo where we're in a state of pain. And there's this opportunity for us to rebuild a foundation, but we don't know if we are going to equally support each other in that. And so there's a fear mindset associated with the future, which is making us hesitate to take advantage of the new opportunity or to really sort of surrender to it in a sense. But the 8 of Swords, when we turn it like this, is the reversal. So it's really talking about finding solutions and the two of you working collaboratively to find solutions to heal that heart space. We have a lot of letters in the bowl today. We have the letter G, or I'm sorry, C, O, and L. We have G as well, and A, and Z. So these could be initials for you. We do have the skull, a symbol of reality, transition, and grief as well. We have the hatchet, and we also have the 2 of acorns. And the 2 acorns is the 2 of cups for me, but it's like potential, and they see potential, and they want to plant those seeds, new seeds. Sagittarius. We have the fish bones, it's blue, and I think of the 10 of Swords, and I think of the divine masculine energy. And I think about somebody who has had an over-emotional response or an epiphany to pain. We have here forever. They think that you're their forever person. And we have the blue star. So there's a feeling of hopelessness or a necessity to heal and clear out sadness as well. And we have just be. So somebody who wants to come forward as well, this person is communicating this sense of wanting to come forward to make you know that they will prove themselves, or they will take the steps that you want them to take, so that, and they'll take their time. Even though they want to rush to this happiness, they'll take their time as long as you need them to. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Even if you have to come back after you see this person next, I would love to hear from you. You can also check me out for a personal reading if you feel called to, and that link is below. It's under the Etsy link. But I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the pink flower and to the thicket of thorns uncertainty, number 43, and this is your reading. What's going to happen with your person the next time that you see them? So what's going to happen? And the thicket of thorns talks about uncertainty, of course, and it talks about challenges that we have to power through. So this particular card from the Sacred Forest Oracle speaks about making slow, methodic plans and then taking slow steps towards actions or clearances to issues that the two of you are having. So we'll see how that floats into your reading today, how that resonates. Let's take a look here. What is going to happen with pile 3 and their person the next time that they see each other? What will happen in this connection? The 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, we have the Fool with the Queen of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords, and I'm also looking at the Tower. So we're going to pull those all out. We probably won't need a lot of clarifying cards for this pile. What is going to happen the next time we see their person? What will happen? The Ace of Cups. The Temperance. Back of the deck we have the Star and we have the Devil. What's interesting about this Devil energy is both the Temperance and the Devil, you know, she's made of a toadstool, so there's a sense of patience and slow energy in the future, and that's exactly what the Thicket of Thorns speaks of, is that after this meeting, the next time you see your person, there's like this slow, methodic approach forward. It's like we're very careful with how we approach forward or approach the connection moving forward. And there's an emphasis on this next meeting being all about healing and redirection and acknowledgement as well. Truly, there's an acknowledgement coming in about forces that brought us to this point. You know, pain, disappointment, some sort of a tower energy. This tower is right in the center of the reading, which is causing this heart space of this Queen of Pentacles to kind of close up, and it's causing her to claim her independence. You know, it's really because she's looking at this Fool's Leap and saying, I don't know if I want to do that because that seems risky because of past situations. So in this next chapter and the next time you see your person, I feel like they really are trying to ask for forgiveness for something or some things. And I feel like they really want to convince you to rebuild, to convince you to give them time to prove themselves. And there's a very strong similarity to pile 2, but not as intense, if I'm honest, to pile 2's energy. So let's get some clarifying cards here. What is going to happen the next time pile 3 sees their person? Because it's an opportunity. The next time you see your person, it's an opportunity for a start, a new beginning. In the very least, it's an opportunity for us to gain some sort of closure or peace in the heart as well. But it's like they have the intention of coming forward to work on it. You have the 3 of Cups. So it does feel like a planned event. It feels like the two of you sort of set out to meet up, to communicate, to reunite. And at the very beginning of the reunion, it's going to be very light. It's going to be very filled with joy and excitement. You could even go out for a specific drink. You can see they're sitting here sipping tea, but you could be maybe going out and having coffee or going out for a drink with this person because it's in a social setting when you see them again. I feel like there are other people around in this regard. We have the Emperor. And now the Emperor, a very strong Taurus element coming through here. We also have Capricorn being represented as well, and Aquarius. What else? Anything else? There's this sense of the Emperor really wanting to apply a protective force to the foundation that has already been built between the two of you. So there's this sense of this Emperor coming in with a lot of focus and with a plan. He's coming in with a plan. And we have the Six of Swords. And the plan is to clear out the clutter. The plan is to get some sort of peace between the two of you in this next chapter. So I feel like it's going to be something planned. This meeting is going to be planned by the two of you. There could be an online component to that. And then there's this sense of them utilizing this opportunity to gain some sort of clarity or peace, to perhaps ask for forgiveness because they need your help gaining that peace. We have the Four of Swords, and we have the Queen of Cups. And you know, there's an emphasis here as well, because all of a sudden throughout this meeting, this Queen of Pentacles is softening to the Queen of Cups. So her heart space is starting to melt a little bit. Her heart space is opening up, and she's acknowledging pain. So somebody's coming forward and acknowledging mistakes in this next chapter, and the Queen of Cups is now softening. That heart is softening a little bit, and some of that pain starts to dissipate a little bit for you. But there's still the acknowledgement of it. It's like we're not skirting over the truth the next time you see each other. There's honesty afforded with this next opportunity. But it's almost like it starts off slow. It's like you guys have to build that rapport in that moment. You have to start off light, flirty, chatty, and then move into the real business end of things. And as much as you go into this plan with, because it feels like a plan, as much as you go into this meeting with the intention of staying very stoic and staying very grounded and staying guarded, it's hard for you to do so because there is investment here and there is feelings here for you. What happens next time you see them? You have the King of Wands. And this person coming forward to you, they could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Here's the Ace of Swords and the Two of Wands. They've got a plan of action. The King of Wands usually does. And they are going to communicate to you how focused they are on balancing everything out and keeping everything sort of in line. They have a plan for expansion. And it's like they're determined too. It's like, I'm ready to fight for this, and I'm determined to fight for it. And I'm hoping that you'll fight for it as well. But there's this admission from you, perhaps, that like, we need to take things very, very slow, and they are very focused on doing that. They're dedicated to that focus of patience and finding joy in the journey so that things can get balanced out, because their priority is then protecting you. There's a sense of this sort of, I don't know what I want to call it. It looks almost like an umbrella, covering up the divine feminine. And so there's an emphasis on wanting to make sure you feel comfortable moving forward, because there is uncertainty for you. And that's the truth of the situation. And there is the necessity for healing. And so that's also the truth of the situation. So this person has to come in with a plan, and they have to be focused enough in their plan to be willing to put in all the effort. If you look at the Three of Pentacles, all those birds they hold nails in their little beaks because they're building something. And it's going to take time to rebuild the trust, I feel like, or to rebuild from a painful situation. What is going to happen the next time pile 3's person and pile 3 see each other again? What will happen the next time they see each other? Release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio. And you can see even here this yoga position trying to maintain the balance, but they look like a number 4 because there is insecurity that we're trying to clear out. And it takes a long time to find balance again once our security has been rocked or shattered a little bit. I will say this person is coming in with this expectation that you may say no. We have here, clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Gemini. And the Six of Swords is all about clearance. It's all about transition into clarity. Back of the deck, we have step up and lead. It's a new moon in Capricorn. It's reversed because you won't be the leader in this situation. You're going to expect the divine masculine in this case to kind of put their money where their mouth is with some of these plans that they are going to communicate with you. Going to happen the next time pile 3 sees their person. Next time you see each other, what will happen? We have here Star Brothers. It says loyalty, safety, and trust. And it says perspective, zoom out, common ground, and none of this matters. And so there's this proclamation of trust. There's proclamation of safety and of loyalty as well with the Emperor. He's very protective. He's very, very guarded sometimes emotionally, but very protective of his environments. And he's also possessive. And so there's a certain amount of possessiveness with this person too, but the King of Wands is very protective as well. back of the deck says big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas. And ultimately that's what we're being asked of when we're facing the thicket of thorns, because the thicket of thorns, because all of these trees are impeding the clearance or the clearing that's up ahead. And so we have to raise to a different perspective to see the potential that we can't see right now because we're clouded by all of the concerns. But that's why it's being suggested and directed as a careful, slow approach. What is going to happen the next time pile 3 sees their person? Oops. We have here bear, danger, especially in money matters. And I often think of the Queen of Swords when I see the bear. So I think about boundaries, holding our boundaries. And in this case, I'm not really thinking about money matters, but I'm thinking about position. I'm thinking about my security. And so that's where this Queen of Cups heart is. She's guarded a little bit. She's still healing. We have here tulip, great passion. And I will say this, that this King of Wands is focused on passion, very focused on passion. And that's the one thing that I feel like will be difficult for them to kind of be patient about, is this desire to be passionate with you. We have here, well, family wishes come true. We have the axe. It says forces working against you. It's in the reversal. And now I will say that for someone watching, this could be a foundation that is already in some sort of commitment. And so there's this desire to sort of come back together and bridge that gap. Back of the deck says temporary problems. And it's this clouded energy that's impeding the view of the moon, just like this thicket of thorns is creating uncertainty because we can't see beyond it. But that's why the moon is encouraging us to trust our intuition to guide us through this next phase. But let's take a look and see what is going to go through this person's mind. What thoughts are they going to have the next time that they see you? They're worried. I worry about us a lot and about the future. What thoughts will they have the next time they see pile number 3? Definitely. It's like they're worried, but they're going to feign confidence. They're going to feign, it's like they want to project this sense of safety and trust in you. So they're going to show a lot of confidence that maybe they're not 100% confident about. I'm obsessed with your body, the 15 reversed. So there's a sense of sexual temptation with the devil energy, and old attachments, old habits that die hard sometimes when it's in the reversal. But also codependent energy between the two of you. It says you were right. So you're going to bring a lot of your grievances forward during this next meeting. And they're not going to deny any of them. I don't feel like they're going to try to skirt over. There's a real emphasis on acknowledging the pain we caused with the uncertainty card. So they're going to give you some of that. Oh, sorry about that. They're going to give you some of that justification, I feel like, of just giving you the space to express your emotions. And it says here, I want to start a family with you. It's coming out reversed. And I think of the 10 of Pentacles reversed. And so I sometimes think about divorce situations or like something on the brink of divorce. Also loneliness. There's going to be a communication about loneliness and conflicts within the family as well. And then on the back of the deck, we have, if I asked you to stay, would you leave? And so there's this sense of conflict and worry in them. Like, if I lay everything out, are they going to accept this offer? Are they going to accept this new beginning? Are they going to want to try to work on things and balance out this energy in the future? So there's a lot of fear. They're uncertain about how they're going to be received in that meeting. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. So what is going to happen after the next time they see their person? What is going to be the next step after they see their person? What will happen next? We have the King of Cups. We have the Chariot reversed. We also have the Ace of Swords sideways. So the Chariot reverse is about stagnation, kind of travel issues, having an issue moving forward. Perhaps because this Divine Masculine hasn't in the past admitted to deficits, admitted to faults. There's a sense of stress associated here on the other side of this meeting. There's stress associated with sort of taking the steps we have to take and moving forward in the state of clarity, because they struggle there because it's a new normal and they're creating new habits for themselves. So we could find a little bit further stagnation. But again, the Temperance is all about slow moving energy. It takes the time it needs to get that Chariot back into motion. We have here the Tree of Life, and it's upside down. Again, I think of divorces and I think about breakdowns in families. So take that as it resonates to your situation. That may not resonate with you entirely. We do have the Bow. There's a sense of you being really highly thought of, but this is Minnie Mouse's bow, so I think about children. We have the Cheetah in the reverse. So there's this fear of like, if I don't take advantage of this opportunity now, I'm going to be in big trouble. From the Divine Masculine coming in, there's a sense of like, if I don't take advantage of this, I'm going to be in trouble if I don't smarten up and make changes. We have here the Open Book, so somebody who's willing to lay everything out on the line. Also about you sharing your heart space during that period too, if you were the one who was hurt. We have the Yin Yang. We have Christmas being significant, or December. We also have the High Priestess, so things being brought to the light during this conversation. And we have an emphasis here with the honeybee, and I think about self-sacrifice and the sweet results that await us when we invest in the family unit. We have the Tree of Life there reversed, as I said, and we have a nickel, a 5-cent piece here from 2006, and I think of May and the 5th of any month, but I also think of family and working really hard towards that, towards goals. All right, pile 3, that is what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you, and if it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section, even if you have to come back to comment. If you do comment, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy below for a personal reading if you feel called to, and I do update that shop daily. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.